Welcome back to the Manor. Julian McBain here, and we are back, and we are in Entropia universe, and it's been a minute. Which one did I? Not that one. Wait. There we go. It has been a minute, guys. So, whoop. Make sure my sound is good. There we go. God damn it. Let me see if I can switch it, because it's not coming in the right speakers. Sound. Arg. I hate the fact that this defaults to whatever sound you were using the last time. I'm going to quickly tile over this. And I've got to restart Entropia Universe. So stupid. Okay, let's try this again. So yes, I'm on planet Cyrene. And I've been actually doing the mission where you get the armor. So I've been collecting these Arc faction badges. But tonight we are doing the event of the hour, which is Halloween Mayhem. And so let's get right into it. As always, please like, share, and subscribe down below. I could really use the support. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity to just chat too, because it's been a minute since I've been in just like a relaxed game where we can just chat. So I'm looking forward to this. Especially since the world's gone fucking crazy, guys. Like, what is going on? I have no clue what the future holds, but I'm not thrilled. In fact, I'm kind of nervous about it. So my hope is that, you know, world events eventually resolve themselves. But yeah. So let me give you guys an update with what's been going on in my life, because I know that I stopped streaming for a while and then I came back to streaming. As most of you know, about 1.5 years ago, I took on a job that's heavily regulated. I work for a bank again. And so because of that, I have to get things like this approved, because I need to show that, you know, I'm not breaking any regulations, things like that. And it's very important to me, because I like what I do, to make sure that I'm doing things correctly. So I stopped streaming altogether. I nuked the whole thing. I applied to be able to continue doing it. And it took a while, but it got approved. They actually came and watched my channel, which confused the hell out of my boss. It was actually kind of funny. Nice. So, things changed and my position changed, and with that I added an hour-long commute. And so now I'm actually driving an hour to work every day, driving an hour home every day. I don't mind. I actually like the time to be lost in my own thoughts. It's kind of a very Julian thing to do. But because of that, you know, I can only listen to things that are educational so much. Like, I really like listening to educational stuff. I put money into a lot of these kind of hokey training programs. I love looking at their ads. If I think that I want to learn it, I'll pick it up. Most of it is just mindset shit, and I don't spend a huge amount of money on anyone. I don't buy like the $500 program. No, I buy like the $50 program, and it provides me with anywhere between 3 and 10 hours of entertainment and some mindset things that I can pull out of it. And I've used a lot of these to actually, I've made my money back on them. And I say that because I implement the things that they suggest, or at least 1 or 2 things that they suggest. And because of that, through incentive or through being able to discuss more freely the topics involved, I'm able to connect with people, and so I make my money back without question. But I can only listen to so much of that at a time. And so instead, what I do is I put on YouTube and I play music. And yes, I've got to deal with the ads, but it's worth it. I'm going to actually put together a playlist because when I was younger, I had my same YouTube channel. Not where I was putting out content, but I have the same YouTube username that I've had since YouTube was a thing. Or I should say pretty much since YouTube was a thing. Because it's been that long. I mean, YouTube came out and didn't really become a major thing until well after 2006. And that's when I started using the name Julian McBain, so yeah. So, I mean, hell, my use of Julian McBain is older than my son, and that says something. That, oh God, I'm getting old. He's 15. But, whoops. No, I want to shoot the bad guy to come over to me so that I can slice the bad guy with the big sword. So this is like the original channel. This is the OG channel. And so a lot of the music I listened to when I was like in my early 20s, the algorithm is still tuned to that. So I'll put on something random and immediately the next song is some of Linkin Park's OG shit. We're talking like Numb, you know, the real OG Linkin Park music. And I love Linkin Park, but it's like I go 5 Linkin Park songs and I'm like, I want to listen to another band. And thankfully, because it's like, well, you like Linkin Park, so here's another band that's similar to Linkin Park. Cool. Skillet. And guys, I am obsessed now. Like, I don't know how I forgot about Skillet, but their songs, Hero and Not Gonna Die Tonight, I am obsessed. I love it. So, you know, huge props to Skillet. Love the band. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together like a playlist. And I don't know if it's going to be public or not. Maybe I'll make it public just so y'all can, know what I listen to. Oh yeah, and for some random ass reason, I'm also like really digging Rihanna's Please Don't Stop the Music, although that might be because of the wedding I went to a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it's I listen to all of this music on the way home from work, and usually if I listen to music on the way in a lot of times, but if there's a ride that I will I'm more likely to listen to music, it's the ride home. Because at that point, I don't want to think. I don't want to listen to something informational. I just want to chill. Like, my brain's fried. So that's what I do. And it's a lot of fun. And there is a housefly in here that is going to die tonight. So yeah, that's my ride home. Every single day, 5 days a week. And the only things that I really don't like about the situation where I'm driving an hour each way. And it's two very pragmatic issues. Issue number one is the mileage I'm putting on my leased vehicle. Like, I have put 2,000 miles on my vehicle since moving to this position. I know I'm going to blow my mileage completely out of the water. I'm going to have to save money to pay for it. That kind of irritates the hell out of me. But I really can't fault my job. Because, one, they don't control the fact that I bought a lease. And I bought this vehicle after working for them. And so, you know, it wasn't a consideration for them. And I could have opted not to take it. I would have had to leave. The business unit I was working in had been consolidated, but I love the company too much, and I found an opportunity that I'm actually much better suited for than my previous role, so I'm all for it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm putting a lot of miles on my Jeep. That's suboptimal. It is what it is. I'll have to deal with it. I don't know if I have to pay the mileage when I go to refinance it because I'm buying this one out. I don't think I have to because if I buy it out, but if I don't buy it out, I'm going to be owing some money. That kind of sucks. And the other thing is, I drive a Grand Cherokee L. Do you have any clue how much fucking gas those things drink? Ugh. I mean, I can afford it, but I don't have to like it. I'm filling my tank every week, and it's like $70 a tank, and that kind of sucks. I really, really hope. Holy shit! Thank you, Mindark. Is this because I'm streaming? Damn, if I had known this was gonna happen, I would have just streamed the whole thing and gone silver. Anyway. Lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I mean, I just hope that whatever happens, they start drilling here again. Because I was in North Dakota for the oil boom. Okay, there's oil here. And oil is expensive enough now to where it's profitable for those oil drills to be drilling. So, like, I know that there's this big environmental kick going on, and fair enough, but you can't be doing it at the expense of people not being able to fucking eat. So my hope is that, you know, someone in the government catches a brain. I know I'm asking a lot. And they reopen the leases up so that we can actually drill oil here again. Because I love electric vehicles. I love the concept of electric vehicles. I love all of this renewable stuff. I don't want my renewable energy reliant on slaves in Africa. I'm sorry. And I didn't originally plan on having this stream take a political turn, but unfortunately that's just the world we're living in right now. You can't avoid it right now. I mean, we're on the brink of both a civil war and World War III. And shit's scary. Like, if you're not scared right now, I'm not talking like hiding under your bed scared, but like, the courage is being afraid and is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. So, I'll admit, I'm scared about the way the world is. Am I prepared? Yeah, for the most part, because I come from a prepper family. It's just the way it is. Like, we have a whole plan. But I am concerned with the way things are going. And, like, you know, I didn't expect to see the worst massacre of Jews since the Holocaust in my lifetime. I did not expect to see people supporting the fact that that happened. That's even worse. Like, that's what blows my mind. This is not okay. To anyone out there, any of my Jew friends out there that my Jewish friends out there that are concerned or worried, if you're concerned or worried, I am there. I am by your side. I am helping protect you, and I will make sure that I am armed. And I do have quite a few Jewish friends. I've dated. I know for a fact I've dated at least one Jewish woman. I don't understand the hatred of them. I just don't get it. I do not get it. It's bullshit. Like, they're just normal people. They're just normal people. Now, would I debate a rabbi on certain issues of faith? Well, yeah, because I'm a Christian. But that's not the same. Like, that's a debate to be had, and there are plenty of rabbis out there that would love to have that debate. I'm sure there are plenty of rabbis out there that are just tired of debating. But I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Just like, you know, anti-Semitism doesn't make sense, just like racism. Racism doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And yet there are people out there that just are like that. It blows my mind. It completely blows my mind. I do not understand. So yeah. If you catch this stream sometime before the Second Civil War starts, like in earnest, here's my recommendations. Be prepared. Arm yourself. Train. Get some emergency food. I'm not talking you have to go, you know, build a bunker and go full prepper. Even my family's not like that. But be prepared. Buy some emergency food. Or have a good store of food. Buy a generator. This is the same stuff I'd recommend if a storm was coming. Oh, and I'm going to recommend one very specific thing, and you might find this kind of interesting. I am not endorsed by them. I am not sponsored by them. But go to Combat Flip-Flops and buy yourself a schmog. I'm serious. Buy yourself a schmog. I bought one. I saw it online roughly the same time I was inducted into the Order of Michael Archangel. Which, of course, the Fons Honorum of the Order of Michael Archangel is a Ghassanid prince. And so they're Arabic. Ghassanids are Hellenized Arabs. And so they're Christian Hellenized Arabs. And part of formal Arab dress, of course, is a schmog with the Akel rope. You don't need to have the Akel rope, but this thing, I love this thing. Like, it's over my shoulders right now because it's kind of chilly in the room that I'm streaming in. The heat from the computer helps to counteract that because I'm gaming and so it's putting off a lot of heat, but I mean, I live in Vermont. It's chilly. Especially now. I woke up this morning, it was below freezing for the first time this fall season. And it had rained the last 2 days, and so I'm on my way to the highway. I passed one accident. I get to the highway. I passed 5 more because people forgot what black ice is. But it's a thin garment. It's a thin piece of cloth with tasseling, but it's tightly woven, so it's actually surprisingly warm. I wear it around my neck when I go into work. Often I'll wear it on the way home. Back when we had the forest fires up in Canada, I used it to cover my face because the smoke was really bad and it really aggravated my allergies. And it filtered the bulk of the smoke. And of course, for those of you who don't know, my area, well, the whole state, but especially my area was one of the hardest hits. The city, because I live up on a hill, so like, if the city that I live above and I used to work in, if I get flooded where I am, the city I used to live and work in, it would be a lake. Like, and not a small one. It would be like a Great Lake. So that was fine, but like, it was dusty as shit all over the city for like a month and a half. And so I would actually wrap it around my face. I don't like wearing masks. I mean, obviously, COVID kind of killed that for everyone. But I would rather deal with wearing something over my face, and it's not the same as like those stupid ass cloth masks we had to wear, or the N95 mask that made it so I could barely breathe. It's a very breathable thing, but it filtered the dust. Because I don't know if any of you have ever been through a flood. One, it sucks, but two, it's the dust. When after all is said and done, it deposits mud literally everywhere. And then after the mud dries up, it turns to sand. It is dusty as hell. I haven't had to deal with this much dust since I left Montana. And Montana was dusty enough to where I actually wore goggles over my glasses, so I wouldn't get dust in my eyes during high summer. Because when it's 105 out and you're essentially in a desert, fuck. And it's windy there. It's super windy there. It's not uncommon for the winds to exceed 30 miles an hour just in a day. I was walking into work in North Dakota, which is only 3 hours from where I lived in Montana. I'm walking into work and we get hit with a 60-mile-an-hour gust. I am walking into a bank. I was crossing the parking lot across from where the bank was. I'm in a suit with a cowboy hat on. I'm holding my hat on my head and leaned into the wind and still getting pushed back. That's how windy it is out there. People in North Dakota and Montana just built different, okay? And I'm glad that I lived out there. It was a great experience. I would love to live there again at some point. I don't know if that's going to end up happening because it's really far away from my family. But living out there is a totally different experience than living in, like, New England. It's not Alaska harsh. It's not Alaska harsh. But you can certainly see the allegory, let's put it that way. But anyway, so yeah, go to again, I'm not sponsored by them. They don't endorse me. I am endorsing their product. Buy a Schmog from Combat Flip Flops. They're authentic Afghani made. They are fantastic. I might buy a second one. Like, I bought the tan one. I think it's called Camel. I think the color is called Camel. And I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. Not the Keffiyeh, though. And it's not for any political reason, even though the Keffiyeh is associated with Palestine and there's a war going on over there. It's not for that reason. The Keffiyeh is actually thinner. And so it won't provide the same protection as a Schmog. And that's the reason. Like, and yes, in the war, I come on the side of Israel. I'm a Christian. Of course I do. But from a practical standpoint, as a garment, the Schmog is a thicker, more durable garment, and so that's the one you want to get. Not for nothing, like, British soldiers that are deployed to, like, places like Afghanistan and Iraq during the war, they brought one with them. Like, they were issued them, and they were issued one for a reason. To the point where Americans would actually, like, the Americans got there, they were, like, we got there, and the Americans were there for 3 days, and they were trying to trade all their Gucci shit for the Schmog, off the Brits, and the Brits were like, fuck you. I totally get why. Like, yeah. So yeah, shit in the world's gone crazy. But you know what? There are some good things going on. One, technology continues to improve. You know? I think that people are starting to wake up to all the things that have happened. And I think that, like, I think the fear of cyberization is starting to wane. I do. I think that people are starting to realize that we know where the limits of this cyberpunk dystopia that we live in need to be. We're starting to figure that out. And it's going to take some time, and it's going to take a little bit of effort. Okay, a lot of bit of effort. But I think that we're starting to figure out where those limits are. And, like, people criticize Elon Musk for things like Neuralink. And full disclosure, I am interested in it because I have another number of neurological conditions that something like Neuralink could solve. I also have a lot of concerns over things like Neuralink. Like, is it going to be allowed to connect to Wi-Fi? Is that how you get your updates? Because there's a lot of, like, resistance is futile thought processes I'm concerned about. You know, I don't want to get a surgery to solve my Tourette's and then 5 years later start, you know, saying in unison with 50,000 other people, we are Borg. I'm not about that. And I know that I have at least one ex-girlfriend that would be horrified that I even consider getting a Neuralink. But, yeah, I've paid close attention to it. And yeah, the thought has crossed my mind. Because it could solve a lot of problems for me. It could also create problems, and I am fully aware of that. But it's interesting. Unlike a lot of people, I have an extremely high risk tolerance. Which is weird because when I was a kid, I had like no risk tolerance. I wanted to stay home. I wouldn't put myself out there. No. As an adult, my risk tolerance for a lot of things is probably... It's not Lord Miles high, but you can see it from there. Like, I wouldn't go to North Sentinel Island. But as long as I know I wouldn't be shot on sight, I would consider going to Afghanistan. So, I do have a fairly high risk tolerance. Come on, there we go. So yeah. And that's developed as I became an adult. Like, as a kid, nope. I didn't like being uncomfortable. I wouldn't do it. As an adult, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Why not? It's not like a YOLO thing either. What's my current wait. Lore Speed, what's my current title? Essence Channeler. I mean, I guess it's better than being a hood. But... So yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Oh, guys, the ADHD is strong tonight. Ugh. Hey, Hey, Vish, how's it going? Or Via. Oh my god, I misread that. I'm so sorry, brother. It's been a minute. How's it going? And yes, I know, Entropia universe, totally unexpected, but here we are. I actually miss doing Entropia universe content. Maybe I'll go back to doing this for a while after I'm done with AC6. The only thing that got better views than Entropia Universe content in my time was my Subnautica run. Like, I had 14 people in those streams. Thanks, Via. I really appreciate that. I know I've been playing a lot of other like single player games on stream. I haven't created a whole lot of content. Life's been crazy, man. But you know, it's Halloween. Halloween requires Halloween mayhem. I didn't feel like beating my head against the Dark Souls style wall that AC6's final, you know, I'm assuming I'm on the last mission is. So, I thought, why not go back to basics? We'll stream some Entropia Universe. We'll have a little fun. We'll talk about world affairs. It's all good. We're having a good time. Looks like we had one more enter the chat. Who just joined us? Don't be shy. I don't bite, and I'm pretty sure Via doesn't either. And I have to admit, this is one of the things I miss about doing like EU content, is I can actually have a conversation with the people in the chat. That's a lot harder to do when you're playing something like Armored Core 6. So yeah, anyway, I do have to, so, like, actually commenting on Entropia Universe, I like the fact that they changed how they're doing Mayhems. Like, the last 2 years, they switched to, like, the cosmetics. That was really good. Instead of having just the way that the old style went, I don't think worked anymore. And then now they're doing cosmetic tokens, so you can kind of pick your reward, which I really like. I do kind of think that you should be allowed to go to a... If you, like, get through the whole bronze tier, I think you should be allowed to, like, transfer those points to the silver and see if you can't complete the silver. But that's my Dark's model. I get it. I think it would be cool, like, if we all started in bronze, we make it all the way through bronze, and then we can just engage in the silver. I think it would be cool. I think people would like it. But I also like the fact that, like, now, even for someone like me who, strictly speaking, I should probably be playing at Mayhem 5 or even 6. I can, from a practical standpoint, play at Mayhem 4, which is a little less expensive for me to do. And I can still go through the tiers and be good. I think Mindark's punishing me for the 1,500 points they gave me early on in the stream. I'm being punished for my sins. I'll open the boxes before we go too. Damn, I just started to do that, man. least that pesky fly is gone. Hang on. I managed to swat that annoying fly that was irritating the hell out of me. Fire. So yeah. Like, what is the... I'm kind of curious as the history of the schmog. Oh, wow. This garment's like 3100 BC. So you're 5,000 years old this thing's been around. Holy shit. My kind of garment. So the Sumerians came up with it. Apparently it used to be a symbol of the priests. So yeah, it's ancient, which means I can wear it in my SCA stuff. Especially since my persona in the SCA spent a lot of time traveling the Silk Road, which means he spent a lot of time in the Middle East. Is that period? Yes, it's period. Can't wait for that conversation. That's that old too. So the Agel rope, or the Akel rope, was apparently invented in like 170. That's interesting. So I'm not going to complain. Not only can I wear it with my day-to-day dress, which I do, not while I'm working, but while I'm outside, but it also goes with all of my hobbies, because it's something that's been around forever. Like, when a garment is old enough, it can trace its roots to pre-Jerusalem. The loot's not bad. No, no, no. Merch 2 stack, thank you. There we go. And actually, we have what, an hour? We have an hour left. A little under an hour. So let's convert the ammo. I've noticed that converting ammo actually raises the chances you have of getting a global. Man, I love Mayhem, guys. I have missed this so much. I've skipped the last couple, I actually skipped freaking migration this year. Like, it came and went, and I totally missed it because of what was going on in my work life. I didn't have any energy to deal with anything at that time. Like, nothing. So I missed Mayhem this year. Or not Mayhem, I missed migration this year for the first time. I've always done at least something during migration. Sometimes I've been like, you know what? I'm not into it this year. And sometimes I've been like, you know what? The way that, like, there was a year or two, maybe 3 years ago when they completely... I'll be honest, I think Mindark screwed up migration because they were trying to do good. And they did a poor job of it. And I mean, that happens. That happens, right? But it didn't work well. This year, I completely missed migration totally. I hate missing migration. So yeah. Anyway, I find it very interesting. So when I was a kid, I was 16, maybe 17 when the no, it was 2001. I think I was 17 when the war started. And for the first time in my life, I experienced something where I got afraid of people my own age because of where they came from. Like, this is a weird thing to happen to me. We had a group of Afghanis come over to Vermont, and they started to work. And this guy I worked with was named Ruin. And, I mean, the war had just started. We had just dealt with 9/11. Shit got weird fast. And, I mean, honestly, Ruin was a hard worker. It was different. His work ethic was different. He was a hard worker, but the way he worked hard was like high intensity, and then he'd slack off for a bit, and then high intensity and slack off for a bit. I didn't understand him. And Ruin, if you ever run into this, props, man. I hope you're living a good life. I really do. But of course, at the time, we had just entered the war. Shit was just strange. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And now I'm sitting here draped with a fucking schmog. And it's probably my favorite accessory piece of outerwear, right? I don't know. Life comes at you fast, guys. It really does. And I'm endorsing the garment. Like, it's a garment that was invented 5,000 years ago. Like, that's how old these things are. They are 5,000 years old. 3100 BC, the schmog was invented. And it hasn't changed appreciably since. And I 100% endorse every person should own one. Everyone. I love this thing. My points are 1886. Like my ADHD is really affecting me right now. No, I don't need an AI-powered boost. Go away. Nothing worth dealing with. See, this is why when I used to record Entropia, I kept my videos to half an hour or 45 minutes, and I've completely run out of shit to talk about. But yeah. Damn, that was a pretty good mini. We are already over 100 ped worth of strap. I think what I'm going to do is after Cal ROM pops, we'll end the stream. That's probably a wise decision. Ah ha ha. Let's not run into a group of zombies. I wouldn't care so much if I was like in Annihilation 1. But Annihilation 4, they just beat the shit out of me. So again, not endorsed, not sponsored. Go to Combat Flip Flops, buy yourself an authentic Afghani shmog. It is, or shima, and I have not found the proper, like, I found like 5 different ways to pronounce it. Actually, my equivalent to a district manager is actually from Yemen. I'm gonna ask him how to pronounce the word. I'm gonna ask him because, like, he's from Yemen. He knows how to pronounce it. So he speaks Arabic. It's his first language. So I'm just gonna be like, boss, how do I say this word? I don't know how to say the word. Okay, let's get through the end of this. We're about 13 minutes before Cal ROM pops. Probably 15. Aha! Do not go running around that fountain. They did a good job kind of mimicking the sound of the infected from Resident Evil, I will admit that. Because the zombies, the Annihilation zombies are Malmuds, essentially. I'm on Cyrene, so I don't think it's gonna pop for me here. Nope. Oh. With the courage. I know, I've run out of things to say. I'm so sorry. This is the problem with me streaming Entropia Universe. It's just after half an hour, I run out of shit to talk about. Story-driven games, totally different story. And the thing is, like, EU is among my favorite games to play. Come on, there we go. We're not gonna berserker charge into a group of fucking zombies, because I'm not that stupid. Well, I am that stupid, but I don't have a healer, so I'm not that stupid. How's our sword doing? We're fine. Our regen isn't doing terrific, but other than that... Wait, where is that? Okay, not close enough to be a problem. I was concerned, I'm like, wait a second, is that from behind me? So I have like several of the Jolly... I've got 2 Jolly Tesla claws. Come on. Bring out your friend. Or bring out your undead. Our 8-ish minutes remaining before the big bad comes out. Are the Easter boxes in here? Are you kidding me? I didn't even realize those were still in my kit. So once Calron pops, we'll open boxes until I'm out of keys, and then we'll call it a night. There we go. Come on, dude. Do me a favor, tell your boss to just pop out. Like, I've killed zombies, I've killed lots of zombies, I'm kind of done killing zombies, let's do the thing. There's Calron. Good to see you, Calron. Such a great time with you, all the time. level 29. Ha ha ha. Come on, bruh. Now the question is he a cannibal because he eats Malmuds, or is he a cannibal because he's zombies? That's always the question. Mind Dark, if you could provide an answer for us, that would be great. Okay. That is it for us on this tonight. Wait a second, there's one thing I want to check. I saw... What I thought was an open, like, mausoleum. Oh, it's shallow. And the collision isn't there. Okay, I get it. We're not welcome here. It's okay. Out the door we go. Okay, so to end off tonight, let's open some boxes. Okay. Ammo. Rockets. Ammo. A shirt. Pants. I'm out of Halloween. So let's do some Easter. I didn't get to see it. Okay. That's for a BLP. What the shit? I hate it when it does that. Ammo. Rockets. Ammo. Lots of ammo. I don't understand why it does that. It'll just like skip. It's like, no, you don't get to see. Rockets and ammo. Lots of... Yay. So let's pop over here. Lots and lots of ammo. Merge to stack. Okay, I'll take the ammo. I don't mind ammo, but it's not really what I was concerned about. I'm starting to think it's doing this on purpose. Okay. I do like how they added the open next. Okay. Lots and lots of ammunition. I honestly don't mind the just like the singular ammo drops. I'm weird like that. Kind of want the ring though. Like I would love to get a ring. Ladies, if you ever think men don't like rings, we love rings. We also have ammo. Oh, I'm out of keys. So we ended up with some pills and a whole bunch of ammunition. Well over 1,000 pet ammo. Okay. We're going to call it here for the night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. And as always, I really appreciate all of your support, and we will see you in the next one.